There are a lot of things said about how to steer a bike, especially during sharp turns, like U-turn or bends in lanes. My bike is not made for sharp turns. You have to look where you want to go, because the bike is going where you are looking. You have to use your body to do counter-weight to prevent the bike from falling. You have to use the friction zone of the clutch to keep the bike balanced. This is a part of the classical way of learning how to do tight turns. And it appears that for some riders it works. But it doesn't work for everybody. Then the question is the following. Does the problem come from people, those for whom it doesn't work, or classical tips are not totally exact, working only because people have some unconsciously body skills? The goal of the following videos is to find what, objectively, physically, and geometrically allows the bike to be very enjoyable and balanced. Some of the elements we are going to see can be done unconsciously during classical training. Then, it gives an illusion to people, making them think that classical skills, like the loop and counter-weight for example, are working. For the lucky ones who can do it unconsciously, don't think that you have to change everything. Knowledge can be wrong. If it doesn't prevent you from being able to tighten, then it's good. And as you can see in the videos behind, even if the trainees cannot apply perfectly what they learned during the course, what they already learned allows them to do a good U-turn. Then, even if they still have some reflexes remaining from the classical way, now it works better thanks to what they learned during the course. And for those who feel themselves in trouble with the drivability of the bike, or for those who like to understand how it works, or for those who want to increase the drivability skills more and more, I hope that these videos will help them to understand better how it works, and why not, to help them to train themselves. If not, don't hesitate to contact us and follow a training course with us, like for example Mats, who came especially from Sweden, and all the other trainees. It turns tight, without counter-weight and without falling. Let's try now, while increasing the weight on the bike, still without falling and still no counter-weight. We just have to observe the big effort I have to do if I want to keep the bike balanced. Compared to now, when it is much more easy to keep the bike balanced. Here, the handlebar wants to turn to the right, but it is locked by the strap. The bike loses its balance. But now, it is able to turn to the left. Nothing is locking it. Thanks to the caster angle, when the handlebar is turning, it is pulling the weight of the bike to the opposite side of the rotation. Leaning the bike to the left, is now balanced by the handlebar's rotation, which is creating a force that pushes the bike's weight to its opposite side. But here, handlebar cannot turn, so it can't create the force which is counterweighting the lean angle. The second key of the balance of the bike in a bend comes from the centrifugal force.
Travail de la chute maîtrisée pour Léonard.
Every time an object is doing a trajectory which is turning, there is an invisible force which will try to pull it outside the trajectory. It is called the centrifugal force. If this force is increasing, then it straightens up the bike, preventing it from falling. Here is its mathematical formula. The force is equal to the weight multiplied by the speed squared divided by radius of the trajectory. The weight is the same during all the turn, so we can't use it to increase the centrifugal force. But the intensity of the force is changing inversely from the radius. The more we reduce it, the more the force is increasing. In full lock rotation, unfortunately, the radius will be constant. It will not be able to increase the force to prevent the bike from falling. The intensity of the force depends from the speed squared too. Even a little increasing of the speed will increase a lot the force. Even with a low acceleration, the force increases enough to prevent the bike from falling. But it makes the trajectory wider. So, if you can have a very low acceleration, it can prevent the bike from falling, still turning tight at the same time. This is why using his feet on the ground to increase the speed, like on trottinette, is strong enough to prevent him from falling.